Nope. Exhale. Let me close this door because mommy's downstairs and the TV sounds a little loud. And I'm not sure if you can hear. Hold on a sec. I'm back. I'm back. Ouch. It is Sunday. And I don't know if there's a day of the week that I don't like, but I truly love Sundays. Anyway, welcome back to Antonia's Blissful Corner. This is your quiet space for reflection, growth, and peace. This is day 32. Yes, I'm still counting. I decided we're going to do 50. And it's Sunday. And I really do love every day. But Sunday is different. There are people in the office that do not like Mondays. And I think it was last day, I was walking around asking people, do you like Monday? And most everyone said no. There were only a few people. And I realized that there are only the weird people like Mondays. Um, and I would ask them, what did Monday do? Because I even had a conversation with mom, like, I don't understand, like, why do people hate Mondays? Mondays, I mean, if there were no Sunday, no, if there was no Monday, they wouldn't have a Tuesday. um, and I would ask people in the office, like, like why they didn't like Monday. And I think the consensus was because it's the first day, back in the office, right? And my response to that, well, don't be mad at Monday, be mad at Sunday, because Sunday left. Well, they weren't having it. And then I took it a step further and asked them, okay, if what did I ask them? Oh, I asked them, if Monday is a holiday, would you be still would you still be vexed with Monday? And they were like, no. And I'm like, oh, you're biased. But anyway, I love Mondays. I mean Sundays. Well, I love Mondays, but I love Sundays also. And I love Sunday because it's my day off. That is the day that I've chosen to be off. So basically, no meetings, no scrolling, no social media, no YouTube don't count. YouTube is my therapy. Let's get that right. And it's a day that I give myself permission to just be and do whatever I want. Um, Most of the time, it's a whole lot of stuff, but at least I'm focused and I don't have to worry about unless I'm working on a project. Um, and so I love Sundays for that. This morning, I um, I walked with mom. What did I do first? I left. I left home to go for my walk, and ever since I got back from Jamaica, I will go to the park and do uphill sprints, and they're actually quite fun. I enjoy them, and I get some looks sometimes. And there was a point in time when I wouldn't do anything like that more than like just run or walk. Um, I get some looks now, but they're more like "go girl" type looks. And so I go and I do them for about a mile or so, depending on how much time I have. And so I did that this morning. I was happy to basically get out and get them done. Came home, walked with mom to church, got back home, did some gardening because I'm holding on to my garden. Every week I do a little bit more to kind of like just clean up and get rid of stuff. I have a lot of tomatoes that's still coming in. They're a little green. I'm hoping that the weather will remain good so that they will continue to grow and ripen. So um, that was today. After that, I came inside, sipped some tea, cooked. And I was up late last night. I have boots on the ground in Jamaica, and they asked me for a few T-shirts, and I decided to do T-shirts to basically give away to folks down there. But unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to send a batch that I did. But I'm gonna hold on to them for if and when somebody's going down, or for when I go down next. Um, yeah. So then, what did I do? Oh, it was, I'm working. I am working. I am working on a project. And while I was working on a project, I decided to start cooking. And then when I was finished cooking, I washed my hair. While I was washing my hair, I came across a video by Frank James. He's an introvert. And the name of the video was Why I'm Not on Social Media. And I was like, oh, I got to watch this because I just wanted to see. It's the first time I think that I've seen a video for anyone saying why they don't like it, whatsoever have you, especially an introvert. So I decided to watch it to see, how he felt. He was sharing that people had, was asking him, like, why wasn't he, on social media? And he laid out his reasons. And I found myself nodding because some of those reasons sounded like me. They resonated very much. So I will say this up front. I don't feel the need to post every day. Not everything I experience needs to be uploaded, filtered, or shared. I've always been a private person. And so I think that's why I have a load of photos and videos in my phone because sometimes I'm like, nah. Eventually I get around to it, to posting it when I feel a little bit more comfortable, but I like to just hold on to them. There is one thing that I do appreciate doing most days of the week, and that's sharing my morning affirmation messages. Not because I feel pressure, but because I know that they help. There's nothing like getting feedback, whether it's from family, a colleague, an acquaintance, or even a stranger, thanking me for the message and letting me know how much it helped them in that moment and that they needed to hear that message on that day. And so, doing them, it actually helps me, right? Because this is my way of serving. And there's a huge difference between posting for attention and sharing to make someone else feel less alone. A lot of introverts like myself feel conflicted about social media. We want to stay connected, but not consumed. And Lord knows it can be very consuming. We want to show up, but not perform. We want to be real, but also protect our peace. And here's what I have learned: you do not have to share everything, right? I remember when I first joined Facebook, this was in, I think it was like 2009. And that was the first social media platform that I ever joined because I think at the time they had Black Planet and MySpace. And it was when I started to do my family tree that I decided that for some reason, my spirit led me to basically join a platform. Hey, Veronica! I'll be over soon. I'll be over when I'm done. Please mark me down. If you're still here, please mark me down. I'll be there. um, and I remember um, asking someone, if you were to join one, which one would it be? And they said Facebook. And I was like, Facebook it is. And I didn't regret it because when I joined, I was able to reconnect with most of, well, not most, but a lot of some of my classmates from middle to high school, well, in elementary also, and then also some family members that are either in Jamaica or in the UK or in Canada. So for me, I appreciated that aspect of it. I also appreciated finding family we didn't know we had, right? Because my mom's because my paternal grandfather's last name is unique. Um, it was said that anyone in Jamaica who has this last name is family. So it was like when they were started to pop, I was like, and it turned out that a lot of them were actually first cousins to mom. They didn't know each other, but nevertheless, I joined and I appreciated it for those reasons, basically connecting with people. But I found that there were times when I just felt overwhelmed, right? Because I don't know, like when you're on, I remember being online and people like basically sending me a message like, oh my God, how did they know? And then I realized that when you're online, there's a light that's on. I learned how to turn it off. So I've always been that way. Like I've always been like not wanting to be seen. Um, Thank you. Thank you, Veronica. um, and so I um I, you know, I stayed on for a while, and one of the things that started to annoy me though was the fact that people felt that they needed to comment on everything. People, in my opinion, was they were oversharing. To each his own, right? And there came a point when I just got overwhelmed, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. And at that point, the only time that I basically returned to Facebook was once a year to say thanks. If I had the courage, because sometimes I overthunk saying thank you for the birthday wishes, and next you know it's 2 or 3 days later, I'm like, it's the winter has passed. Um, and now, even though there are daily posts to Facebook, I'm not doing them directly. It is being posted because I schedule my posts and they auto post there, and or when I post anything to Instagram, it automatically posts to Facebook also. So I'm not really on Facebook. To be fair, I'm not really on Instagram either. I mean, I do my thing, I post and I leave. I know that you're supposed to stay on and interact with people, and I can't. I can't. And there was a point in time when I felt guilty about it because I know that people send me messages and all that. It's overwhelming. And so I have learned to do what is peaceful to me. What is, like what makes me happy. Let's put it that way, right? Now, if you prefer to live quietly, if you'd rather keep something sacred, if posting every detail of your life feels off, I feel like it's not a flaw. That's your intuition. And it's worth honoring, right? Because sometimes I feel like we show up not because we want to, but because we feel we have to, and we do not. So I'm learning, right? I've learned, and I'm still learning that it's okay to just not participate. When Frank James was going on about like some of the things that he didn't appreciate, like things started to pop into my head, right? About the way that we use social media versus now versus the way that we used to socialize back then, right? Now I'm from the school where um we used to write letters. We didn't have email. We had snail mail. And photos used to basically, you take pictures in a camera, and you would hope that it came out right. I mean, you had no reason to believe that it wouldn't, because you're thinking the person that took the picture knew what the heck they were doing. And sadly, half the camera roll when you developed it, heads cut off, half a person are cut off. It's blurry because as soon as they snapped it, they moved, so it was blurry. So, I mean, I love the progress that has been made, but I do miss the old fashioned way of communicating. I feel like it was more intentional. I think that um, a lot of people are now more superficial. They have surface level relationships, and I don't really like it. So I'm choosing to basically do me, like do me the way that I want to do me. Um, exactly, Veronica. Veronica said, I talked to my doctor about normalization, and he agrees with you. He agrees it's what you make of it. Exactly. And so my thing is, while it is a social media, you should know how much you want to socialize and how you want to socialize. Now, one of the things that people don't get about me, right, is I tell people, family and friends, do not send me anything on WhatsApp. I use WhatsApp if I'm traveling out of the country because it's free, right? And there are one or two family members abroad. Well, actually, there's one. There's an elder, and I haven't heard from her since the storm. But there's an elder who every day we would say good morning and good night to each other. That was the only person that made me go into WhatsApp every day. I feel overwhelmed having WhatsApp, regular text, email, DMs, Messenger. It's too much. It's too much. So my thing is, and today when I was thinking about it, I realized that by me choosing to, tell people, if you have a message for me, please text me. That's a boundary. And I realized that those who choose to not honor that, that's on them. So then don't feel bad if you send me a WhatsApp and you don't get a response. It's too much. And it doesn't help now that you're getting all sorts of random messages, even in WhatsApp, right? You're not safe anywhere. Hide. You can't hide. And by the time I go in, like, I don't do the scroll down. I mean, I don't, right? I just don't. And it's again, I just feel as if like social media can be consuming. Now, I will say that when I was on Facebook, I did enjoy it back then, right? Because, you would scroll and there were some funny jokes and you would see people and whatsoever. And it was nice to see people. It was nice to see, how people are doing, right? Especially people who I haven't seen for many years. But then after a while, it's like, do I really care that much? Like, do I have to come on every day? Like, because at the time I didn't know how this thing worked. I thought that you had to go on every day and keep up and share and all that. And then I realized, you know what? I can't. Like, I felt drained and I was like, I ain't doing this. And so that's why I love YouTube, because YouTube is a space where, well, first of all, you come onto YouTube, you basically do your bit, and you basically go and do your thing. Yeah, I can fall into the scrolling, but it's my entertainment. I don't have cable. I don't watch TV. So YouTube is my entertainment. It's my job now. It is also where I go to get information. I even go to school here. I go to YouTube University, right? If I want to know something about my natural hair, then I come on and I say, um, such and such a conditioner for natural hair. If I want to know something about my garden, then I go on it, something about my garden. So therefore, like, for me, YouTube is multi-purpose. I was gonna say I can't go onto to Instagram and search for dot dot dot, but I'm not on the platform that much, so I won't judge it. I won't judge it. But what I'm realizing exactly, Veronica, I have met so Veronica said in the chat, I meet cool people with so much drama. And true crime. She said true crime is my soundtrack when I'm cleaning. Exactly. So for me, so that's the thing, Veronica, right? So if I come on and I'm watching something, so a little while ago, I was having dinner and then I needed to basically prepare content for the week or so what have you. And I was watching an interview with Josh Johnson, who is amazing. And basically, because I love just watching it and binging, because it's in the background. Sometimes I'm walking around doing all sorts of things. Sometimes I'm on Veronica. So Veronica's channel is Aya Inspired Tarot, and so I will go on and it's playing, and I'm preparing my lunch for the week. I'm figuring out what I'm wearing tomorrow. I'm preparing my content, and so therefore, like, I don't have to be chained to this thing. I don't have to have the phone in my hand, right? And I feel like with TikTok, with um, Instagram, you have to engage. And again, it's personal preference. It's not a big deal, but for me, it is, because it's draining. Just the thought of it is draining. So for me, I love my Sundays because I give myself permission to not even think about it, right? Um, I do feel bad. I do feel bad sometimes because there was someone that was trying to communicate with me in Instagram because they were trying to basically figure out their family tree. Like, they know that they're related to us, but they were trying to, and I guess they were directed to me. And then it got to the point where, because I was so infrequent in checking messages, that I said, "This is my number. Give me a call." He never did. He probably did, I ignore calls that I don't know. If I don't know the number and they don't leave a message, and I tell people that I'm familiar with. If they say, "But I called you," I ask them, "Well, did you leave a message?" They said, "No," and I said, "Well, you didn't call me." Because the thing is, there are times when people call and you call back and they're like, "Oh, I called by accident. It was a pocket dial." So my thing is, if you call me, leave a message. I mean, again, I feel like as we grow along in life, you have to set boundaries and you have to basically be intentional about how you show up. Have to be intentional about how you protect yourself, right? I feel like by not by not allowing yourself to get caught up in the trap of social media, you're protecting your peace. There are so many things that I've missed, right? But I tell people, like, so if I have an event that I want to share or invite someone to, you're not going to see it on social media, right? I will maybe text it to you, but you're not going to see it on social media, because for me, this ain't a social media thing, right? And so there are times when people say to me, "Oh, you missed so and so," and I said, "No, I didn't," because if it was for me, I wouldn't have been missed, right? So that's where I am in my life now. Like there were used to be times when like, "Oh no, I wish I saw that your post," or because then I would have dot dot dot. And I'm like, you know what? If I was meant to be there, then I would have seen the message on my phone because I'm not gonna go on. I can't have, and that's the thing. One of the things that I had to embrace was that I am not going to allow myself to feel guilty about missing people's things because they're choosing to take the route of posting it via social media, right? I'm from the school of if I have a life event, I'm a call. If you mean that much to me, I'm going to call you, right? Um, but people don't do that anymore. I was watching a video the other day and they were talking about a particular school bringing back cursive writing. I never knew it went away. I thought that that was just a part of the curriculum. So we've come so far away from what used to be considered normal to where it isn't anymore, right? I remember one time saying to one of my younger cousins years ago that how I felt sorry for her generation because they didn't know how to communicate properly because everything on the phone was like it was like shorthand, right? It was because this is when the whole LOL first came in, and the other day an adult sent me a text message and she had on it KMT, and I was too, I guess, embarrassed to ask her what is KMT. So I'll Google what is KMT, and the result was kiss my teeth, and I was like, oh. I was like, yo, I mean, I get it. I get that we're in a rush and we're trying to do all these things, but dag nabbit, use your words. But again, to each his own, right? I like to write out things, people put type HRU. And I'm like, and how are you? Like I write out the full sentence. I'm not in a rush to go anywhere. And I feel like that's the thing. Like everything is such in a vacuum. We're living in this vacuum microwave society now that we're no longer being intentional about the things that we do and the connections that we want to make. And that's why like I'm perfectly fine and comfortable in the space that I'm in right now. Like I'm perfectly comfortable waiting for the people who are meant to be in my life to basically come to me. And I'm perfectly fine with basically knowing that this is a season where I'm learning myself and I'm growing. And so, therefore, this may not be the chapter that my people arrive, but I know that God have them waiting for me on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, so for me, like the social media thing is like, meh. I'll keep doing it because I know the purpose of it. I mean, the reality of it is if I didn't join Facebook 9 well, I'm about to say 9 years ago in 2009, even though I quit, at least I had it, but if I didn't join, then I wouldn't have been able to connect with so many family, right? And then if I didn't join Instagram, then I wouldn't have been able to participate in my gym classes during COVID. um exactly, Veronica said hard pass or WYD. I don't like it either. I really don't like it either. um I just think I don't know. I like to just spell things out, but I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. Weird, and I'll be that. I'll be that. I don't mind using words. But what was I saying? I was my dad going to him. Oh, so right. So when I joined Instagram for the benefit of joining the fitness classes during COVID, and then from there, um, I basically kept the channel, but I didn't do anything for a while. And then I started posting, some of the things that I was doing and some quotes. And then came like the good morning messages. And now I actually have to manage my t-shirt business because that when I created my website, the website t-shirtsanddenim.com, when I created it in 2001, I think it was 2001. um, I yeah. I'm almost sure it's 2001. I I hired a social media manager, and they were there until in June, I think is when they quit. I didn't see their not they didn't quit. They decided to basically close shop. And So that's when I decided, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to do it. Up until then, I was just doing my own channel. And one of the things that I appreciate though is because I'm on Instagram, I'm learning how to be creative with creating reels and stuff like that. And so, I'm using it for the purpose of learning and growing. I can't do the whole scrolling. I don't know how. There are some people that do that all day, every day. I can't. I ask people, if you wear the t-shirt, tag the t-shirts and denim, and they'll tag me. And thankfully, there's this one individual. Shout out to buycheapcentral.com. Because when he wears a shirt and he posts, he knows that I'm not always on, so he'll basically text me. He's like, "Please check the t-shirts and denim. Please check t-shirts and denim." Like on Instagram, so that I can go like, comment, or do whatever have you. But I'm just not on it. And so on Sundays, when people share videos with me on text, I don't look at it. Like I don't click the link, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm off, and I'm okay with that, right? So anyway, my YouTube channel, this space right here, this one here, because I have a few. It feels to me, it feels like a safe place to process and reflect. It doesn't demand the same kind of performance, and it's become a space I actually look forward to. Like doing these um, lives that's supposed to be like 8 to 10 minutes, that's now like 30 to 40. I look forward to them. I really look forward to them because it's allowing me to basically speak, and I look back at the videos and I'm like, oh, that was so cute. Oh, you said that. And, like in my way, involving my mom, basically, talking about her. And sometimes she's off basically responding, which I appreciate, so I'm learning about the platform. And I'm seeing myself grow in the same time, at the same time. Can you talk? So, if you're watching this and wondering why social media doesn't feel natural for you, well, let this be a reminder. You're not behind. You're not wrong. You're just you. And that's more than enough. That's more than enough. Just know that everything is not for everyone, and it's perfectly fine to not feel the need to basically connect on these things. Um, if not for this journey, I swear there's so many times like I just want to close that thing. Somebody told me the other day that they actually decided to close their TikTok account. Um, and I'm like, oh, that sounds good. Because to be honest, I mean, I'm that girl. I'm always saying I just want a flip phone. Now, if I had a flip phone, I would, I would get rid of all of the 15,000 videos and pictures that I have in my camera, but in my phone. But that's another story for another day. Anyway, I appreciate that you came with me along for this chat today. And before I go, as usual, I will ask that if you have not picked up my book as yet, please get a copy of Unlocking the Introvert, a pocket guide to understanding and interacting with introverts. It is available at societyofintroverts.com, Amazon, and everywhere books are sold online. If you already have a copy and you know how good it is, well, maybe you can buy a second copy and give it to someone as a gift. I'm just saying. And while you're here, please go ahead, like, share, and subscribe so that we can keep growing this quiet community together. And if you're navigating this journey as a quiet soul, pick up my book, please. I beg, please. um, Also, remember, peace isn't a place, it's a choice. I am very grateful for the opportunity to come on every day and share my views. And I'm grateful that you have chosen to join me, whether you are watching this live with me right now, like Veronica's in the chat, and there's some people that's basically watching. I greatly appreciate everyone who is supporting me on this journey. I used to think that I couldn't do this, and I'm seeing that I'm doing it, and I'm grateful. Thank God and thank you. See you next time, and please stay blissful. See you tomorrow for 33, or is it 34? I'll let you know. Bye.